Is it possible that another live action anime may have a more cursed timeline than Cowboy Bebop? I actually think One Piece, which is a script that in some weird ways leaked, I'm not sure if it was on purpose or not, but it shows the new show's logo and that they're working on episode 1, except the showrunner, well, we'll get into it. Adding excitement around its live-action One Piece series, Netflix Japan has teased an image of the script for the adaptation of the popular manga. Taking to Twitter, the Japanese division of the streaming platform shared the series logo and a tentative title for episode 1 of the live-action show. Drawing from the source material, the first episode was titled Romance Dawn, following naming of the first chapter of One Piece manga. Exclusive to Netflix, the live-action One Piece series first season will feature 10 episodes, with Oda serving as executive producer. Now, what's interesting is I don't know if Netflix Japan, has a different production crew. Does that mean it's going to be produced there and not here? And would that mean that there's like a better chance? I'm not sure, because what you see here is showrunner for Netflix's live-action One Piece adaptation equates Hero Monkey D. Luffy to Kamala Harris, slave-owning aristocrat St. Charles to Donald Trump. I mean, why not? I mean, hopefully they spent a ton of time on the show getting super political and draw like lazy parallels to, modern U.S. politics, because that's what everybody wants, right? That's what everybody wants. Netflix's upcoming live-action adaptation will apparently not be the first time that Stephen Madas brings One Piece to the real world. As recently resurfaced social media posts show, the showrunner drawing comparisons between the series' characters and real-world political figures. Maeda made his first political comparison in January of this year, shortly after President Joe Biden, the most popular president in the world's history, and Vice President Kamala Cackling Harris took office on Inauguration Day. Sharing a side-by-side comparison of the One Piece protagonists and the VP Harris to his personal Instagram account, Maeda asked, Monkey D. Luffy, Kamala Harris, Will of the D? A reference to how the characters in the series who possess the middle initial D are regularly shown to be powerful and influential figures. Does it mean that the show is going to necessarily be hyper political and have, no. It's just another like Hollywood person simping for the Democratic Party. Might not necessarily mean anything. Unsurprisingly, given Harris's rampant unpopularity, even amongst her own party, Maeda soon found himself facing a wave of backlash over his comparison. In response, Maeda issued a second political, sharing the other side-by-side comparison, this time minor series villain Charlos, a privileged slave-owning member of the One Piece world's elite, and the former president, Donald Trump. Alongside the image, Maeda wrote, "To those who think One Piece posts shouldn't be political or anti-fascist, here's a before and after. Oops, never mind. Now we know." You could see I don't know if this is like, I don't know how comments on Instagram work. If like the top comments are, float to the top, but you already see right here, stop putting politics in One Piece. R word. And really, where are all the likes? I mean, again, you are correct. OP is political, but all I can ask is don't simplify the political statements that the OP are trying to make. Is that like Reddit talk? Because remember, the series is never clear-cut, and in the end, it comes to a rather unique outlook on society that no mainstream ideology is currently presenting. I mean, I don't understand. Again, this is like the weirdest thing. Focus on your show for F's sakes. We are not all Americans. I mean, I don't understand. You know, you're always going to get. I hope stuff like personal political beliefs don't get forcefully inserted in the live action. I just hope it sticks to the source material. One Piece isn't political in a modern, specific, personal way, but it is deeply political. I hope you recognize that at least. Well, sure, there are elements of the show that are overtly political. And the thing is, I think we need some refining on this pushback of, you know, keep your politics out of the modern stuff. I don't think that having political themes in a show are necessarily bad. But when they are bad, they're like ham-fisted and lazy. Like this. Like taking an existing villain and being like, Drumpf? Am I right? I mean, if you look at the Kamala one, there's a ton of feedback, negative feedback. I don't know, but are we going to have news about the live action soon? Meaning, I don't care about your politics, what's going on with the show. Cringe, remember that most of the OP fan base, OP, I was thinking they meant original poster, but they do mean One Piece. I get it. Sorry. Isn't U.S. based, and we don't care that much about U.S. politics. Also, using Luffy to make any sort of political point is cheap, man. Let the One Piece world stay the One Piece world. I mean, yeah. I mean, nobody actually cares. I have the feeling that this person probably already has been pre-blocked. Well, Maina has since deleted his Luffy Harris post. His visual contrasting of St. Charles and Trump currently remains live on his Instagram page. So when he got pushback about Kamala Harris, he took it down. Well, did you mean it or not? I mean, did you mean the comparison or not? Because it's cringe that you would post this out essentially hoping, you know, you're like virtue signaling, hoping to get some sort of weird second push press. You see, wow, totally shocking. A Hollywood wokey injected politics into something that isn't political. Again, I think there is some nuance there. When you're calling something political, I think we often lose the argument because it's easily defeated by like, well, there's this element of the show that is political. I think what people really mean when they say they don't want this like politics in their programming is that they don't want modern politics like on the nose. Like when you have an inherently kind of chubby old orange guy and he happens to be the villain like we had in Wonder Woman 84. That's like cringe, too on the nose. They just can't evict Trump from living in their heads rent-free, can they? These leftists just hate us, and they're so content to willingly show this about themselves. These show clowns, how much we appreciate. Let's show these clowns how much we appreciate their politics being inserted in our entertainment. I mean, this is the same thing we saw, you know, with Cowboy Bebop. They're already generating bad press before the show even exists. And what's crazy is you see all of this like praise getting lumped on Cowboy Bebop. The show's not even out yet. Cowboy Bebop is changing the anime, and why that's a good thing. It's changing the anime for the better, with a more emotionally mature lead and updated material that reflects modern times. That's what everybody loves. Everything getting modernized. What that really means is like race-swapping main characters, making the girls ugly, and making all the men bumbling fools. That's generally how modernizing television goes. Now, it's not against the rules to have a dumb male character, but quite honestly, that's what they really mean when they're talking about it. Look at all this simping for Cowboy Bebop. Netflix's Cowboy Bebop is showing anime adaptations how it's really done. How on earth would you know that? The show's not even out yet. How would you know? All of these live action, and there was a Twitter commenter that pointed this out, and I wish I could remember their name. I did retweet it. Was basically saying that these live action remakes are not for you. They aren't for fans of the show. They're for normies. They're for the people that used to make fun of you for watching these shows. Now that they're older and geekdom and nerd culture is mainstream, suddenly they're like, I was always a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, and I just can't wait for that live action One Piece remake. They'll never actually be fans of the original source material. To be fans of is this abomination that Netflix is putting out. Absolutely pathetic. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.